On to this impeachment poll. This is a huge, huge story today as well, Peter Beinart. This impeachment poll, this is conducted by Washington Post, George Mason University. We'll throw up a couple of the numbers here. You see 58%. So the majority of Americans say that they endorse now the opening of this House impeachment inquiry. And then the other number that I want to highlight, 49%, say that the House should take a more significant step to impeach the president and call for his removal. Do you think those numbers, as I'm thinking of not just Democrats but Republicans here, is that enough for them to break and speak up against the president?
I don't think so far it's enough. What Republicans will be looking at primarily is what Republican voters think. And in such a starkly divided country along partisan lines, most Republican voters are still anti-impeachment, still don't think that Trump did anything that wrong. Again, largely because they're getting a lot of media information which is telling them that message. So I don't think, with the exception of maybe a couple, this would be enough to ratify an impeachment yet. But we have seen some movement. The movement could continue. And what I think we at least can say is the conventional wisdom as of a few months ago, which was that Democrats would suffer politically if they pushed forward with impeachment. I think that has changed. I don't think the impeachment push on Ukraine is hurting Democrats politically.
What more? I was just talking to a Republican last hour, and he said the exact same thing. There's not enough. He said we have to keep watching the facts, and there's just not enough there yet. What else would need to be there for the Republicans to change their minds?
I really don't think it's about facts. I think it's about courage. I really think you already have enough. You had enough on the day that the transcript was revealed. Yes, it might be a little bit easier if there were some more obvious quid pro quo, but the evidence that there was a deal being made with Ukraine about the meeting in response to an investigation is all the way out there already. I really think that it's a question of whether enough Republicans can get together in private and have a conversation about how they want to be remembered by their grandchildren rather than whether they want to get reelected.
Dick Durbin was sitting in that seat, Senator Dick Durbin, on Friday, and he used the exact same word, courage.
All-important Macomb County, Michigan. Has impeachment dented the president's support here?
Did you vote for the president or Clinton in 2016?
President.
For the president. Are you still just as happy with him?
No comment.
Some of the president's supporter on the fence, but most we spoke to see impeachment as little more than politics.
I think it's a lot of just people don't like him, they want him out of office, the left and the media.
John Scans voted for Trump in 2016 and had concerns early on. 6 months ago, he thought Joe Biden might be an option. Now, he says the push for impeachment has him supporting the president more than ever.
They are there for one thing now and one thing only, and that's to try to impeach the president.
But Democrats here say moving forward with the impeachment process could sway voters to their side.
Does it help?
And does it help Macomb?
Votes in Macomb County?
I think so. I think so, because I think people in Macomb County want to see what's being done, see the right thing being done.
Obama won Macomb and Michigan twice. Trump easily won Macomb and flipped the state by a razor-thin margin.
And who won the state of Michigan after decades?
The county critical to both parties. Republican strategist Jamie Rowe says the drive for impeachment will only help re-elect the president and Republicans.
If they're going to try and impeach him on this Ukraine business, I think that they are driving themselves straight back to the minority in the House.
Paul Kanan with the Michigan Democratic Party says while impeachment is important, Democrats also need to keep their focus on the issues.
We need to be talking about what affects people on a day-to-day basis, and that's those blue-collar pocketbook issues.
The first president impeached by Congress was Andrew Johnson in 1868. Johnson was impeached for firing Secretary of War Edwin Stanton in violation of the Tenure of Service Act. After Johnson was impeached by the House of Representatives, the Senate fell just shy of the 2/3 vote majority that it would have taken to convict and remove him from office. The second time in our history that a president was impeached was Bill Clinton in 1998. The House of Representatives impeached Clinton for lying under oath about an affair with Monica Lewinsky. The Senate then tried Bill Clinton and acquitted him. Now, Richard Nixon was never formally impeached by the House of Representatives because he resigned first under mounting pressure from the Watergate scandal. The House of Representatives did, however, draft articles of impeachment against Nixon for obstruction, abuse of power, and contempt of Congress. Impeachment is one of the most powerful tools that Congress holds in our system of constitutional checks and balances. Impeachment is the way that Congress addresses misconduct or abuse of office by officials in the executive branch or the judiciary. The Constitution defines an impeachable offense as treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Now, that phrase has been the source of much argument over the centuries. The Constitution does not specifically define the phrase treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. One of the big questions is, do you have to have a specific crime in order to impeach? And the answer over our history is no. Congress certainly can impeach somebody who committed a crime, but they also can impeach somebody for misuse or abuse of power.
I want to be clear that, and I think there's been some confusion around this, we are not apologizing for Darrell exercising his freedom of expression. I regret, again, having communicated directly with many friends in China, that so many people are upset, including millions and millions of our fans. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we come with basketball as an opportunity to sell dreams, sell hopes, to you know, increasingly focus on physical fitness, mental health, and to the extent that we are causing disruption in people's lives and that we are causing disharmony, that's something I regret. And so I think, as I said earlier, I don't think it's inconsistent to both be apologetic that that was the outcome of that speech, but at the same time support Darrell's right, you know, to his freedom of expression and Joe Tsai's right to respond. So I think I would just say I believe that's more of a human reaction. As someone who's been coming to China regularly since 2004, I think I've attended virtually every preseason game that we've ever conducted in any city in China. And as I said, we have great business partners, many friends, including Yao Ming. And to the extent that we are upsetting people, I regret that. But as I said, I think one of the things that comes with freedom of expression often is very difficult conversations. And that in any society, that comes with that sort of engagement. I think nobody ever suggested that when somebody exercises those rights, that it means that people are going to say, aha, now I agree, or that everything will be friendly. And if anything, that the fact that, and the very much an unintended consequence, but I think what we're seeing as a result of Darrell's tweet and Joe Tsai's response, I can tell you, at least speaking for the United States, that there's, I think, far more understanding of the complexity of the issues in Hong Kong than there was heretofore. And sports often serves that purpose, that takes people who might not otherwise pay attention to issues in society, and sports shines a light on them.